If you have not filled out the half-page survey, that totally anonymous one, be sure that you do that. Give it to one of our helpers here. Those results are going to be tallied, and we're going to have a really good idea in just a few minutes of where your clubs stand for induction, for new member orientation, and for mentoring new members. Welcome. I am so glad that you are here. My name is Mike Ruby. I am from the Rotary Club of Muscatine. I am one of the co-chairs of the district membership committee. And in addition to myself, we've got Chris Nelson over here. Raise your hand, Chris, from the West Des Moines Club, and Stephanie Kitchen over here, and she is from the Johnston Club. And my wife here, running around with the orange, Joanne, she is my right-hand person, believe me. So, we are very, very pleased to have you, and we expect that within 60 minutes you are going to walk out of here with a ton of ideas. We've got all kinds of handouts. We've got some tried and true methods, and we're going to have some time for Q&A and for sharing. So, speaking of sharing, what I would like to do is to start right here, and loud and clear, and he's got less than 30 seconds, so be thinking about it. Your name, the Rotary Club that you are in, and one really cool thing about your club. Not a cool thing about you. We don't care about that. Some cool thing about your club. Those three things: your name, the club, and something really positive that's going on in your club. Take it away.
Patrick O'Meara. I'm the president of the club in Indianola. And I guess something I feel is pretty neat about our club is we have a fundraiser in conjunction with the National Balloon Classic. We park direct traffic, take money. So.
Very good. Thank you. Next.
I'm Dick Reasons. I'm president of the Rotary Club of Des Moines, and we're 103 years old, and we do $50,000 in local scholarships each year.
Wow.
Chuck Corwin, Northwest Des Moines Rotary. I think two things we're really proud of. One is that we started and are continuing the Polio Plus Night with the Iowa Energy. We have dates. There are two of them in February, I believe, that we haven't got them pinned down yet. We'll do that. And the second thing is we've collaborated with the Urbandale Community Action Network for a mayor's bike ride. And we had success with that, bigger than both of the two bike rides were previously, and made some money too.
Thank you.
Stan Taylor, Indianola Club, membership chairman, past president, past treasurer, been up through the chairs. So, again, I'd like to reiterate what Pat said too. We do the fundraiser at the Balloon Classic, but we've been able to add a lot of new members. We're over 10% growth last year, and we've got a lot of new females in the club. So, a lot of younger people.
Great. Next.
My name is Christopher Orth, and I'm with the Ankeny Rotary Club, with the Evening Club, and that's kind of the neat thing about what we're doing right now is we're a satellite club, and we're working toward chartering our own club. So that's kind of exciting.
Great, thank you.
I'm Georgia Bloom, and I'm from the Rotary Club of Ames, Iowa. We meet at noon. We have another club in Ames also. Many of our things are helping in the community, and we help with the Special Olympics, the Iowa Games, anything that's coming into Ames that people need to help with. We seem to come forward and help, so that's always a good thing.
Thank you, Georgia.
Del Bloom, and I'm also with the Rotary Club of Ames, and we have two things I think are really important. One is that we give internationally, but we do give a lot of funds to local chapters and local agencies that need help. We do about $55,000 a year just in the Ames area, helping different service clubs or service groups. The other thing is that in a club our size, it's not the biggest, but it's still about 250 members. And fellowship, and we just go into the meeting and bang, bang, and you know, so the time for fellowship is a little limited. And we're trying a social time. Once a month we have a social outing someplace, and if anybody's free to come, they can come as a makeup if they need it. And it does really give you a chance just to talk for 2 hours, 5 to 7 on the, I think it's the third Thursday. Third Thursday of that month. So I'm really glad we're doing that.
Thank you, Dale.
Ken Kramer, the West Des Moines Country Club. I've been with Rotary about 7 years, 5 here in this area. One of the things I think is very conducive to our club is the camaraderie that we have with everyone included. And we have several programs. One, a bicycle repair program, which we collect bicycles, repair them, and then redistribute them to those children that have a need for them through the different school systems. We also have a very active farmers market booth where we sell a lot of orange juice and pizza, and that's been quite a fundraiser for us.
Great, thank you.
Linda Peters, West Polk County. We are a newly organized club. We chartered a year ago to July, and we have been trying to do a service project each month, and we are on track for that from our charter time.
Service project each month, whoa. Next.
I'm Erna Moraine, President, Rocky Rotary Club, not only the fastest community to live in the state of Iowa, making Rotary as well one of the fastest growing Rotary clubs in Iowa. We had one of the largest delegations going to the International Convention in Portugal, and the goal is to have the largest delegation to go to Ames next year.
Great. Let's see, why don't we go pick up those three in the back, and then we'll go up to you next. Go ahead.
Julie Cooper, I'm with the Ankeny Club, the noon club, not the evening club, the noon club. And one of the neat things that we're doing right now is working with the entire community here in Ankeny, and we are working on an Ankeny Market and Pavilion, which is going to be a new pavilion we hope to break ground on about 11 months from now.
Wonderful. Next.
Jackie Pond, Decatur County Rotary. Our club works with the schools to put up what we call backpacks for children who typically come to school on Monday morning not having eaten over the weekend. So we started out with about 26, 27 backpacks, and now I think we're up to 32. The screening is done by the schools. We collect the food from the food bank here in Des Moines and then take it down and pick up backpacks. And the backpacks just look like backpacks. So the kids are not identified by their peers or anything like that, and pick them up on Friday night and have something to eat over the weekend.
Wow.
Joe Herdlick, I'm with the Des Moines AM Club. One of the things we've done recently, we Clear Channel Outdoor donated space for a billboard. And we purchased the materials for the billboard, and it promotes membership in Rotary in Des Moines. It's been a pretty neat thing because not only does it promote membership, but it promotes awareness of Rotary and what we do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Steve Hall with the East Polk Rotary Club. An annual event that we sponsor, coordinate, judge, and work is the Iowa Industrial Technology Exposition, which is held at Southeast Polk High School every year. It brings in students, high school students from across the state to everything from woodworking to the automobiles that get the 300 miles to the gallon, those type of cars. And it's kind of the state tournament of tech students throughout the state. Another big thing that we do, and it's coming up October 10th, it's our third annual East Polk Rotary Night for Africa. And we bring Simon Estes in each year, and he helps provide the program and the money raised. It's a silent auction, live auction. It goes to the African projects and blessing ministries.
Great idea. Thank you. Next.
I'm Marcia Stevens. I'm from Decatur County Rotary as well. Besides the Backpack Buddy program, we wrote a grant for bicycles for Grayson University. So there's
won't have much parking. And we are the home of Terry Geiger and past district president and Lori Miller.
And future district governor.
Well, they keep us going.
That, they do. Next.
I'm Krista Walsh, I'm with the Greater Des Moines Rotary Club. One thing that I'm very proud of for our club is that we also do a service project every month. We spread it around to, we do something completely different each month, helping several different community projects around the metro area all around.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, I'm David Hoffman from Greater Des Moines Rotary. I'm president. We're well represented here, given that we're a small club. We're a very young club, not only in terms of our charter, we're only chartered about 5 years, but we have a very young membership. We're all, most everybody in the club's probably 20s to 40s, with a few exceptions in there, but we're kind of in a rebuilding year, but we're blessed to have, sort of really active, energetic core group of people, and really good board, I think. So.
Thank you.
I'm Dave Pearsall, Northwest Des Moines, and as you heard from Chuck over here, we're involved in some important local projects, but we have a program that we call Super Sustaining Members, and I'm not sure, I think maybe roughly half of the club members, and these are people who have pledged to give at least $200 a year to the annual fund. And so we have a lot.
Just twice what the recommended amount is. Yeah. Great. Next.
I'm Jeff Isles. I'm president-elect of the Rotary Club of Ames. Good to be here tonight. We have Georgia and Del Bloom. That's my claim to fame. And we'll be hosting Governor Andrew next Monday. Sure. We look forward to having you.
I'm Dawn Collins from the Oskaloosa Rotary Club, and one of the things that we're really proud of is we resurrected our youth exchange program. And we hosted a youth from Belgium last year and had an outgoing as well. And I was actually fortunate enough to be one of the host families for her. And it was a wonderful experience for our club.
It is a good experience. Thank you. Next.
My name is Stephanie Orozco, and I am with the Nevada Club. I am president-elect. You right? Yeah, okay. And we're very active. It's nice as a younger member, newer member too, to see so much commitment from everybody. So that's really strong. But one of the cool things that they've done for membership is kind of like how Ames Noon you're talking about. You come at noon, and it's you get there, you grab your food, and there's really not a lot of time. So we call it the 501 Club. But on the first Wednesday of each month, we meet at the Country Club, and it is a bar setting, but it's nice to be able to socialize and see people kind of just outside, just a little bit more relaxed, but then also, too, they've tied that into the fireside chats for the new members, and so then they make sure they bring them in, have childcare in case they have kids that they don't want to leave at home or don't find a sitter, and then they can get, everybody's kind of saying a different thing about Rotary, so it's kind of just a nice incorporation.
And they meet at 501,
Yes.
is what you're saying?
Yes.
Very good. Next.
I'm Tammy Oxley. I'm also from the Nevada Club, and I'm president-elect at the Nevada Club. One of the things that I'm really proud of is the fact that we engage anywhere on average about 14 senior youth in our yearly activities at the Rotary Club. And they also do their own fundraising effort, and they have chosen the Backpack Clubby program for their fundraising effort as well.
Wonderful. Thank you. Next.
My name is Amy Yost, and I'm with the Greater Des Moines Rotary Club. I'm working on focusing on membership developments. One thing I'm excited about is we're really ramping back up on our social media outreach and marketing, and I think the social atmosphere that we have is very conducive to bringing in lots of new members. So and also potentially fundraising activities based around that kind of social atmosphere.
Okay. Thank you. Next.